The Rat Catcher. This is an Icelandic story which I learned from the wonderful Shetland storyteller Lawrence Tulloch many years ago, and he heard it from Hjorli Stephenson, who is a fantastic Icelandic storyteller. And it's a tale of a young man who worked going round the farms in rural Iceland. And he would sort out all the vermin, rats, foxes, anything that the farmers didn't want getting near their crops or their livestock. He would get rid of it. And his preferred way to get rid of it was with his gun. Now, this was back in the days when the gun was quite a new piece of technology. And this young man was very into keeping up with all the latest gadgets and things that he heard of from overseas. And he was so proud of his gun. And he would go around the farms and he would shoot the vermin and he would cart it off in a sack on his back. And, well, he was very much in demand because he was very good at his job. And one of the things that he saw himself as was a modern thinking person who didn't have much time for ghosts or the supernatural, the old tales that folk used to tell. So when he was on one farm and he'd finished clearing up some rats, and the farmer said, "Now, I'll just warn you, when you're going home, don't take the road round the cliffs by the sea, for that is haunted. There's a terrible ghost that walks there, and if he gets hold of you, you'll never get home." The young man thought, well, it's the quickest way, and I'm going to take it. So he walked off, swinging his gun by his side. As he came by the long road that went round the cliff by the sea, he was walking, and there was a drop down to the sea on one side, and there was a high mountain going up the other side. And it was when he was on this part of the road with nowhere to turn that he met a stranger coming the other way. And when the young man saw this stranger, his blood ran cold. There was just coldness emanating from him. And the stranger got down from his horse and walked towards the young man. And he saw the dead face, and he shivered and he thought, it's the ghost, it's the ghost, it's the ghost. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And the ghost reached out a hand towards him. He said, "I've been searching for a living soul to tell the story of my death to." And the young man was standing there shaking and, "Yes, I'd love to hear your story. I would. But how about some snuff first?" And the ghost said, "Snuff. I haven't had snuff in 100 years. I've missed it so much." And the young man reached for his gun and he held it up towards the ghost and he said, "This is how we take our snuff nowadays. It's a wonderful contraption. You see this barrel thing here? You put that up to your nose and you see this little clicky thing here? That releases the snuff. So you want to take a big breath in and then click this little trigger thing here, and that'll give you some great snuff, I promise." And he's thinking, yes, I'm gonna escape. And the ghost puts the gun barrel to his nose, and he takes a big boom, and there's smoke everywhere. And the man is getting ready to bolt. And the smoke clears. And there is standing the ghost with an enormous grin on his face. "Ah, that's some fine snuff, my man. And now, time for my story."